3.4 says what value must be added to each term in the number pattern so that the value of the maximum term is in the new number pattern formed will be 1. Now, in order to solve this question, it is necessary that you understand the similarity between quadratic number pattern and the quadratic graph itself. Now, if you were just to visually represent a function that has the following: minus x squared plus 26x minus 170. This would result in a graph that has this kind of shape. Not being interested in anything else except for the nature of a, in which here we see a is -1. We know a determines the shape of a graph, and in this case the graph that results from this quadratic function is this kind of shape, and we can see that this sad shape has a maximum value, and this maximum value can be found over here at a certain x value. But now understand that we are not working with functions, we're working with number patterns. Therefore, this is not x but rather n, and this is not y but rather tn. So our y-axis takes on the role of tn, our x-axis takes on the role of n, the position. Basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the nth term in the pattern that has the maximum value, and we do this in a similar way. We know that within maths there are two ways in which you can find the maximum, either by using the formula x is equals to -b over 2a, of which you then have to realize we're not working with x but we're working with n, and then this can remain the same. This is one way in which you can solve it. The other way is, if you're looking for this maximum, we know that the approximate gradient at the turning point of a function is 0. So what we can do is we can take our formula, get the first derivative and equate that to 0. Either one of these will give us our answer. So using the first method, which is the more advisable one, we would have b as 26 and a as -1. This tells us that the maximum occurs at the 13th position. So at term number 13, that's when the maximum will be. Then we need to find out what the actual maximum is going to be for that pattern, for the pattern we currently have, so we can know how much to add on to achieve 1. So using that, the formula that is given to us, we replace n with 13. Doing so, we have 13 squared plus 26, 13 minus 170. Putting all this on your calculator gives a value of -1. Then you can ask yourself, how much do I need to add on top of this to achieve 1? Because that's what we want. In our new pattern, we want the maximum to be a value of 1. So you can say, therefore, add 2. Adding 2 to -1 will give us 1. Then if you want to entertain the other method, you need to have completed the topic of calculus and derivatives, and if you have done that, then you can continue watching. So getting the first derivative of our function is not that difficult. It will be -2n plus 26 is equals to 0. Then from this we can throw 26 to the other side, divide both sides by -2, and find that n is also equal to 13. So we get the same answer. From this you can follow the same steps in order to reach the same conclusion of adding 2.